Greetings, hatchling. This is I, the dragoninahuman, and once again I'm playing the Beast Direwolf20's pack. The version of the pack is 5.2.0. I'm just saying this just in case you're, for example, playing in version 7.3.8. I don't know, just giving an example. Now, I've done quite a lot of things. I found some things. I've placed a random bookshelf here, but that's a reason. One of the things is very important. You also see the quote on the branch. I'll explain it later. While flying around in a dense ore world, in the Age of Ores, there's a lot of wisp dungeons there, as you've already seen. And while flying around and while searching one of them, the chance that you find the following item is very small. You could pretty much compare it to like finding a golden apple. So far I've only found two. One on a server, the things were banned, so I couldn't pick it up. Like if I were to pick it up, it would get deleted from my inventory because they're banned. Because they're only really used for briefing. And I've just found one here. The item that I found was a portal gun. Yes. Now I wanted to make one of these. This is pretty much why I made the wither skeletons shard and everything. I needed one of these. This is a alloy furnace. See? Alloy. Damn it, I sorted my inventory. Oh yeah. I now carry around a linking book just in case. You never know. Alloy furnace, really easy. It's just 5 brick blocks. It's nothing special. What you need that for is for quite a lot of items. Now, what this leads to currently. Also, if you make a portal like this, make sure that you have like a hollow space here, because people oftenly, when walking through it, they will get stuck inside of the block right here, and they'll keep on glitching unless you can fly, or unless you reconnect. So make sure that that block right there is always empty. And it's recommended to have the block above it empty too, because usually you jump through, because that's what I would recommend you to jump through. Literally, and then you will probably get out on your end. Now, here we have more apiaries. Now, I took these from different NPC villages, so yeah. I already took the combs out of this one, so there's not a lot of them. There's the silver comb. And I've been breeding the same type of drone because of something that I will be doing in future episodes, which I cannot do right now because I don't have the materials yet. They'll come. There, so now I got more to come. Now, quite a lot of time has passed. The items in my inventory. If you know a little bit about the Beast Direwolf pack, then you already know what I'm going to craft with it. But you know, for the people who don't know, for the real beginners, I'm going to explain anyway. So there's a chunk loader here that keeps all these chunks loaded. These are jungle bees. They can also live in several different biomes, but you know, jungle bees in jungles makes sense, doesn't it? And for the people who are wondering, the only reason why this one is working is because the air above it directly, because you need direct sunlight from like the sky. If there's anything above it, like glass, they will still work. But anything other than direct sunlight, it won't work. Yeah, I keep on getting more and more bees, so that's good. Can't go to bed yet, so here's the bees. There, I stack them. I got a lot of honey drops. Didn't really do anything with these. Propolis, which came from this stuff. Yeah. Let's go to, okay, there we go. Silver good. Corn is still working. Okay, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of bees. Now, this Omni wrench. What it is, you need cyan wool, 1 gold, 2 diamonds. And what this very much is it's a industrial craft wrench. Yeah, that works too. It's a industrial craft electrical wrench. With lossless mode enabled. So if you build one of these, for example this wrench right here, this has a 30% chance of when you pick up like macerators and things like that, 30% chance of actually breaking the thing and turning it back to a machine block or something like that. When you make an electric wrench and you hold like the mode switch key and then you toggle lossless mode, it will use 10,000 of the EU that's in it, and then it will pick up the machine with 100% chance of picking it up without destroying it. Now the prototype Omni wrench is not really a prototype if you ask me. It acts as a lossless wrench without using energy or anything whatsoever. It doesn't have durability, it doesn't break. I already tested it in a test world, it doesn't break, and it will always pick up things with guaranteed success. This one the Force Lexicon. You craft it with a book, gold, iron, and another symbol, so I guess they're from the same mod. If you right click with them, they don't do anything. But if you hold shift and right click, you get this. Now you're probably like, what is that? Hey, information, didn't have that before. Transmute items between Forge mod with the power of Lexicon configuration. Yes, I didn't have this before, but yeah, that's pretty much what it does. Now, I will explain it a little bit further. Now, if you look here, okay, there's 4 different types of copper. If you wonder how I just clear it out, just right click on it and clear it out. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of copper. This one's industrial craft that I know, and the other ones I don't really know. But for example, if you have like a sorting facility, I also build a lot of things here. But yeah, I've been using the portals. Also, if you wonder how I made this pyramid of hives, I just yeah, I got bored. So I just went all around, and that's also how I found the portal gun, just while traveling around, finding hives, yeah, finding them up. This is a solid hill, by the way, just because. So, oh, I also made some stuff over there, but I'll explain it later. Sure, Bob. Anyway, so for example, what you have right here is, you have all sorts of different types of copper. Now, if you have, for example, a sorting facility, but instead of these ores, because I already process everything, if you, for example, have several different types of copper ingots, and for example, you don't want to use all sorts, like, you don't want to fill all of this in, because that's annoying, because you have all these different types of copper, but they're all the same, right? You have 3 different types of copper right here, but they're all the same. They do the same, they have the same recipes, they're all the same, they just have a different item ID, as you can see. Now, what you, for example, do with the Force Lexicon, there's apparently also a block version, but I don't know exactly which one it is. What you do is, you drag the item, and if it has a different ore from, like, a different mod, for example, you see this appear. Now, this is the same type, so it won't do anything. If you then click this, it will turn all this into that type. Now, it won't give you any more of the same ore. It will just change it into a different mod item. So, for example, this was this version of copper, but now it's the industrial craft, I think. Not really sure, but it just changes the type. So that can be useful for, you know, if you have like different types of the same material, which is pretty much the same. Like these copper ingots, they all work as the same copper. They do exact same things, but they're just different item IDs. And for example, if you use like barrels, which is a different type of item, it's sort of useful. If you use like a storage facility and you don't want your chest to just fill up with different types of the same material, you can just use the Force Lexicon to change it into all the same. Although there is a duping bug, it's not really a bug from the lexicon itself. It's something with industrial craft. What you can do is, here you have silver. Now, this doesn't always show me what I want. For example, let's see. Where is it? Okay, now, okay, yes. Let's see. Okay, now it doesn't show me. Normally, when you smelt this type of silver, you'll get 2 ingots, which is like, what? Okay, let's see. I use this. I'm trying to show here, but it doesn't always show you. It's sort of weird. But what it is the dust from these ingots will give you 2 ingots. Like if you macerate this, it will consume 2 ingots, and it will give you 1 dust. And I've successfully done this because I just had 1 stack of silver ingots, but now I have more. What you do is you'll shift, right click. You need to shift and then right click, and then it will open. Now what you just do is you change this to this, like that. Now you have these type of silver ingots. Now if you macerate these, every single one of them will give you 1 dust. And when you melt this dust, you get 12 dust, you'll get 24 of the other type of silver. Yeah, so that's a duping thing. Don't really know what's up with that, but alright. And I don't really know why you would want tons and tons of silver unless you want to make like silver palace. Now, also I want to go a bit into Towncraft, not too much, but just a little bit. Now what you need to do to start with Towncraft is you need 1 gold nugget, 1 stick, and a shard of any type. It doesn't matter what shard, just a shard, and you'll get one of the apprentice. Now I'm not going to use it a lot in this world, because whatever you do with these will cause flux. Now this should charge up when there's an aura node, maybe in 3-4, I'm quite sure. Okay, so now you get to see this world as well. Whenever I enter, I just fly up right away because... there we go. It's charging up. I don't have goggles of revealing, so I can't see aura nodes. But there's aura nodes, alright. And for example, where there's wisp dungeons, there's a like twisted aura node above it. Let's see. I've already rated that because you see on the minimap there's a hole in it. Yeah, and these ones with cobwebs, there is a spider thingy underneath them. Now, what you do with this one of apprentice is, let's see, where is it? Exit. Out of here. You right click on the bookshelf and you'll get a Thaumonicon. Thaumonicon. Yes, Thaumonicon. Now this is first what you see. Actually quite surprised to see that this is actually working, because there's been some sort of weird bug that whenever you research things in multiplayer on a server, for example, the things that you learn will get learned into single player. Okay, apparently not. Now here you see some basic things, some tables. You need just big tables, nothing. There's also several new enchants, and this just shows you like haste, repair, potency, fervor, charging. So if you get one of these enchants, it's Towncraft, and you can look it up right here. Now there's multiple things you could just learn from here. You need a research table to learn any of these things. Let's see. Now I already made one of these tables. To make a table, you just need 3 wooden slabs and 2 planks of any type. There you go, table. Now you also need one. You can also use a different type of file. Let's see. You can also use glass files, which will give you 8 for this instead of 3 of these. But I just had glass files left, so why not? Now, researching things is not really a thing. Researching items won't cause flux, but okay, you did. Anyway, you place 2 tables for a researching table, and then you right click with it, scribble news, so you get this. There. Not updating properly. Alright. So what you get right here is this interface. You can switch this. Okay, I need some paper. What you then do is you put the paper in here, and then you put whatever item in here, and then you will research items. Now if you put it to here, the chance of you losing the item is very high, but the chance of you learning something from the item is a bit higher as well. But if you don't want to lose the item, you can put it to here, and the chance of you losing the item is less large. I'm not going to research anything right now. I actually sort of hope that the glitch with like learning stuff in multiplayer would learn into single player. Hope the glitch would work. Apparently not. Apparently my wand is not charging here. Well, so I'm charging my wand right here. I think that I want to do all my transmuting and things in this world because I don't like flux. So yeah. So here you can keep track of your progress. I always put this in here. If you wonder how I got all of these books, I got like 2 of them, I believe, from enchanting a book, and the rest I found in dungeons. As long as these, you can only find these in dungeons. Got some soul. I got a bunch more shards. I got a blaze shard of tier 5, which I just got from like combining these together, and a cow one just in case. Yeah. So now, those are some basic items right here. So that's a few things. This also happens. It's a bit derpy when I keep switching dimensions. Yeah, I'll just make this a bit longer of an episode. So yeah, I made a portal. This just goes to some random place out in the world where I was exploring and just wanted to get back. The quarry I put away in the chest because... Sure, Bob! Because I'm not using it right now and I got plenty of resources. Made a second soul forge. I made this. It's not really hard to make out. Make more macerators, generators, extractor, an electric furnace. Which is really easy to make. You just get one electronic circuit, iron furnace, and then electronic circuit. Yeah, it's fairly easy. Also, what I made is I put in my leggings, I put the swim boost because I was getting sick of, like, whenever I would touch water, it would pretty much like treat my armor as if I wasn't wearing it at all, so it would just slow me down as if I wasn't wearing my armor. This is only make an iron thruster with this, this, it's for in the world solenoid, this. So that's pretty much what you need for this. So if I was going too fast, then you can just pause the video for the real beginners. Now this is what I have right here. These are solar arrays or something. These are fancy. You don't need to build them. What you could just do is you could place these solar panels on the floor and they'll just produce power. It's fine. I will sort of show you how to make these. Because they're fancy and maybe you want to make them as well. This is a blue electric wrench. They're a bit more complicated to make. This battery box, which I actually have in right there. So what you do is you place panels. These are not covers, these are panels. 5 panels in a row. This is the bottom block. Fly. No, wrong button. Oh. Okay, this is the bottom block because obviously you need to place something on top, and these solar panels won't work inside of a block or whatever. So these are the bottom blocks. Then you have covers right here, except for the middle. It's 5 wide. And you place like a block next to it, or here, there, top. And you have more panels right here. And the middle one is the cover panels. These 4 at the edge right here are panels. This panel, 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 panel. Top one right here is panel as well. And what you do is then you just place the solar panels on top of these rows. You put blue electric wire. Fix them up. There. Blue alloy wire. Put that here and here. Then you put this stuff. Marble. It doesn't necessarily need to be marble because you just get covers of whatever material and then you get injected blue wire. Place it on top and then just go like that, that. Place a wire on the floor and go to wherever you want it to go. So that's how I make these. There's no real need for me to make these. I just make these because they're fancy, and you know I want to make a whole bunch of them. What I first wanted to make is like 6 of them, like you know 3, so 6, not the outer ones. But then when I figured out that I needed to place like these blue wires right here to be able to get the power out of them, because if you just place them right there, they won't give any power. They're not wireless. So I need to have something to power in. Also, the power from one solar panel will travel to the other one, to the other one, to the wire, to wherever you want it to go. So the power will travel through the solar panels. You don't need to hook up like blue wire to every one of them, for my knowledge. So that's cool. So battery, this stores power. This blue electric engine doesn't have an interface, but it produces more power than an electrical engine when hooked up to a battery box right directly. And as long as it's charging this, every single pump that this thing will make will give 100 MJ. MJ is like the power the Beast machines use and stuff. But once this thing's empty and there's still power coming in, it will keep on pumping, but it will produce 40 MJ per pump. So that's quite a lot. An electrical engine, per pump, an electrical engine, which uses EU, will give you 30 MJ per pump. So this thing produces a fair amount more. So that's why I made it. It's just a bit more complicated to make. Now here we have the squeezer, we have the centrifuge. Let me put this in. Put it off. So also why these are here is because I wanted to make some other machines. Don't ever put like something in a loop. So don't put this in the middle because the energy will go looping and it will keep on going and keep on going, and eventually if it gets enough power it will build up and build up. And for what I've heard is if too much power builds up on one of these pipes, it will explode. What I've heard. So yeah, so what I do is just put all the silky combs that I get from the bees, from the 6 bee hives or 6 apiaries they have. Just get all of this stuff. Then I get like silk wisps from the silk propellers. And you can see I already got 11 woven silk, which is cool, which is enough for a chest plate. Yeah, and that's it. It's just like, so that's cool. I want to gather all of these until I get like a full set. So yeah. I also make 2 MFEs. MFEs are like you have battery box, you have MFE, and you have MFSU, because these things are full of power from blade rod and stuff. So I will show you how to make an MFE. MFE. Personally, I think building an MFE is easier than building a bat box. You need 4 energy crystals, double insulated gold fire, and a machine block. Machine block is just like this. Energy crystals is just diamond with redstone around this industrial diamond. You're not very likely get these, but you can. And double insulated, this is just you just put 1 gold ingot, 4 rubber around it, you get 4 insulated wire, and put rubber next to it again, and you get more. So you can also just make gold cables like this, and then you get that, and yeah. So you put that together, and you get an MFE. Now these MFEs will output medium voltage. What that means is regular machines only operate on low voltage. So if you hook them up directly, they will explode. Now, so there's underneath of this, there's a low voltage transformer. So there's like the wire. These MFEs will only output in one direction, so that's cool. So, and I will show you how to make those. LV. Yeah, how to make this? It's just 3 copper, 4 planks, and 2 cable. And as you can see right here, if you look closely, you can see like 3 dots, and then smaller dots. Is like 3 dots is where the higher voltage goes into, and then the lower voltage will come out of all the other dots. Now, if you, for example, have an MFSU, which outputs high voltage, you first need to make an MV, because high voltage will go to medium voltage through this. And then from medium voltage, you can put it into a low voltage, because if you hook up high voltage to a low voltage, it will just explode. Yeah. So, those are some of these things. As you can see, this pumps faster than an electrical engine. And this should still produce, even at this stage, it should still produce 40 MJ per pump, which is still faster than an electrical engine. Let's see. This energy in here builds up rather quickly, so I don't actually want to miss it. So I'll just wait until this is done, and they'll be right back. Alright, it's about done. Okay, so then I pull out the power. Now, as you can see, it instantly starts building up a lot of power right there. So then I just put this back in here, and this is sort of weird. Whenever I put something in there, it instantly gives me another propolis, which is weird. Or silky propolis. You can have a 10% chance of getting this, and a 60% chance of getting this. And from like 50 or something, I will only get like 47% chance of getting silk wisps. Now I will just skip forward until all this is done. Now it's a lot faster than the actual combs, but still, I'll just skip forward to it. Alright, this is done. Now I take all of this out, power starts building again, and I just shift click in there. There we go. Starts making more of the woven silk, which is nice because I need a lot of it. Can only make 2. Oh, good enough. Turn that back off, and now I have 13 of them, which is cool. I got more honey drops, which you don't really need yet. I've only been focusing on the jungle bees because I want the apiary suit so I can handle all sorts of bees just without any danger and stuff. So, let's see, what else? Polygon, by the way, if you don't find one, because the chance of finding this is really small, you just get yourself a default polygon with light blue dye, and you get Atlas polygon, the same as this one. I prefer the regular one. What you need is just, let's see, 5 iron, 2 obsidian, 1 diamond, and a miniature black hole. How you make this is 1 nether star and 8 ender pearl dust. How you get that? It's either burning an ender pearl or macerating one. For macerating you get 1 extra dust, though I don't really know why you would need that. Although in the configuration you can turn something on, for example servers, that whenever you shoot a polygon it will consume fuel. Now the default is just you can only use 1 fuel per like shot, but you can set it to more or whatever. So, now it's nighttime. That's no good. I picked up more of the sulfur goo. Yep. Let's see, something else. One of the turrets is gone. One time it became nighttime, and Whenever these things get shot by a skeleton, they instantly die. So, yeah, plus one turret. Let's see. Right. So we have this stuff. Now, also something for in the future. Here's the recipe to make computers. Now, you need 9 for what I've planned later. I'm not going to build it right now, but this is just so you see it right now. Just 7 smooth stone, 1 redstone, and 1 glass. Pane will make you a computer. Now, I'll need 9 of these. Add up 7 iron and 1 chest with 1 computer. Will make a turtle. These turtles on their own are useless. 2 diamonds and 1 stick will produce a sword. Wait, what? And then what you do is you just put that right there, boom, and then you have 9 melee turtles, which I will use later on for the tier 5 blaze spawner, which is very useful because if these turtles kill something, it will actually drop XP in the special item that they can drop. Now blazes will only drop blaze rods and XP, but you know, they're very useful. Right now it won't do anything because, well, it won't do anything. It doesn't work on this one. You can just pick it back up, no problem. I will use it later on, not right now. I will also show you how to program, but I'll do that in the next episode. Here is a blue electric alloy furnace, which is 5 bricks, 2 iron, 1 blue alloy ingot. How you make these is you use 1 silver, 4 nickelite in a alloy furnace, and it will make a blue alloy ingot. That's also how you make these solar panels. Solar. Solar panels you need blue dot wafer. This can be a bit complicated, so like if it's going too fast then you can just pause it. How you make these is you get silicone wafers plus nickelite in an alloy furnace. How you get these is from silicone fuels. You get a silicone fuel by either using 8 coal or charcoal with 8 sand, and you'll get 1 silicone fuel. Now, the silicone fuels, if you use a diamond hand saw, it needs to be a diamond one. On a silicon fuel, it doesn't really matter, it's shapeless as you can see, it doesn't matter where. You'll get 16 silicone wafers. Now, if you melt these with nickelite, you'll get a blue doped wafer, which is used for several different things. But in this case, 8 of these wafers will give you 1 solar panel. So, 16 of these is enough for 2 solar panels. Let's see. And this, yeah, I just showed you, is silver and this. Also, if you make these, yeah, stuff. So that's how you make these solar panels. For the blue electric engine, it's a bit more complicated. I'll need to make more of them anyway, so I'll show you that in the next episode. So yeah, blue electric furnace. What this does is it will work on bluetricity. So instead of having to burn coal all the time, you can just use these for smelting, and it will just use bluetricity. And since it's always daytime in this world, this one will always work. So for example, now we just have a alloy furnace that doesn't need coal. So it's cool. Now I will need. This is how you make a BT battery, which is required for this battery box. And I do realize the episode is getting 30 minutes long. You need 4 of these. These are empty, they don't have charge, so it's 6 nickelite. I'll show you again. 6 nickelite, 2 copper, and 1 tin in the middle. Then, what you do is you get 3 iron, 1 blue alloy, 1 blue alloy ingot, 1 oak wood plank, and you get a battery box. You need 4 of these batteries. So what you then just do is you just put it like somewhere. In this case, let's see, where should I put it? I would like it to be next to this thing, but actually, where should I put it? Oh, there, I guess. Now the power from this one will also go to this one, so that's cool, I guess. Can't place it clever. It's problematic. Let's get to this though. It should work. Actually, let's not place it on there. Place it right there. Maybe it's not working because, yeah, I think that this is not working because this battery box is sucking up all the energy. probably. Frustrating. Come on, work. I'll be right back. Okay, I figured out how to make it work because this doesn't work. But as you can see, it just pumped once just now, and it already produced that much power. Like, let's make it pump once. No, okay, that's twice, but see how much power it creates just from the battery boxes next to it. So yeah, that's a lot of power. Getting a bit of my throat here. Anyway. The episode's already 30 minutes long, so I will cut it here. In the next episode, I'll be showing you how to make different types of machines that I'll be needing in the future. Also, this is terribly unuseful because I keep needing to turn these things off, which is not very useful at all. So I will be building something in the next episode that will actually allow us to store MJ from these engines, which is useful, which I'll be needing for automating this as well. So yeah. Also, for the following episode, you'll need a lot of redstone. Luckily, I have that. However, I'll also need a lot of nickelite, which I don't have, which is annoying. There's plenty of nickelite right here, but I don't feel like turning quite on. So, this was dragoninahuman. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned several things from this. If you did, please leave a like. Would be appreciated. Subscribe if you wouldn't either, because whenever I upload something, you'll be notified of it right away, and it's for free. So, yeah, that would be appreciated. So, this is dragoninahuman. I hope you've enjoyed, and I bid you all farewell. Goodbye.